Welcome back to our channel. This is Jen from Brett and Jen, and I thought I'd come on here to share some cards with you, some empowerment cards, as we have just experienced the full flower moon in Scorpio, May 1st, 2026. So I'm a day late, and my apologies for that, but the sun is out and grateful to be here, grateful to share with you these three card decks here. We've got some feminine energy, some masculine energy. And as we understand and set the intention of the full flower moon, we understand that it represents and symbolizes that deep transformation, emotional healing, and this opportunity to alchemize this personal resilience and to step forward into our full potential. And that's what's coming forward right now. So let's embark on our journey here together. I've lit some sage smudge for us and also our opportunity candle. And we've got amazing stones here for us to share. So I just want you to sit in, take that deep breath in as we embrace the springtime. We've had a long winter. And it is important to just embrace this. The sunlight is coming in right now, which is super beautiful and grateful. So I want you to step in. I want you to take a look at these three card decks. I've got my fairy cards from Doreen Virtue. I love working with the fairies. And this is our Labradorite stone. Now I've got here the messages from our Spirits of Nature Oracle cards. And I've got this beautiful amethyst right in the middle here. And then also this new one I wanted to share with you. And it's the card deck from my good friend Colette. Now she has created a few different card decks. So I shared one last month with you. This is a new one to the channel here. Not so new. She created this a few years ago, but this is our crystal energy. And it's the Men of Magic Oracle card readings. So there's an abundance of action with this card deck, and I love it. She does her own photography, her own writing, so I'm excited to share that with you. So I just want to sit in. Do you feel called to card deck number 1, number 2, or number 3? So we got the fairies, the nature energy, and the Men of Magic. So here we go. Let's take a look at pile number 1 here. I'll move the Labradorite away and we'll shuffle it. Now, sometimes when I like to shuffle, I actually like to take a breath and actually breathe over this good intention, that inspiration for the card decks as I shuffle here. Oh, let's take a look here. I'm gonna slow it down. There we go. So we've got a few here. Sometimes they just pop right out like that. So two of them for you. So the first one here, connect with nature. You're rejuvenated and inspired by spending time outdoors. A lot of people right now, they want to get outside and embrace that nature. You know, we are in springtime. The birds are singing, which is beautiful. How many of you love listening to the loons? The loons are back on our lake out here. And I just love when I hear the loon call. I absolutely love it. And I take a moment, I breathe in that and feel an amazing abundance of gratitude when I'm listening to the loons at night. The loons are back, which is wonderful. Now, if you're celebrating a birthday, significant birthday, holds the answer to your question. So when it says something like this, when it says something to the answer to your question, you could replay this video back and just, is there a thought, a question that you have for the universe? And if that's the case, then is there a significant birthday happening around this time of the year? You might seek answers from people or from nature, but it might be around a birthday. Or are you celebrating something new or just a celebration? So there are the two cards here. Connect with nature. And most definitely you're rejuvenated by spending time outdoors. It's absolutely wonderful. So I'm going to read for you what it says in the book here. Reach over. So I'll let you take a look at the visual while I read in the background here. And connect with nature. Connect with nature. I'll start with that one because that one was the one that popped out first. This card comes to you because your body and soul are craving fresh air, trees, flowers, butterflies, birds, sunshine, and animals. The message is clear. Go outside! Exclamation mark. This answer to your questions are outdoors in nature where you can easily think and receive creative ideas. Even a brief stroll during your lunch hour will yield tremendous benefits. Beautiful. Get out, go for that nature walk. I love it. It's so healing. And even if you're going through any sort of trials and tribulations in life, that is my go-to. Spending time in nature, going for forest walks, was so incredibly rejuvenating along my path. So now I'm going to go back to birthday. Here we go. You drew this card because your birthday or birth date of a significant person in your life is pivotal to answering your question. Perhaps you'll meet someone special at a birthday party, or a departed loved one in heaven is celebrating your birthday or their own. This card could also signify that the event you desire will occur by your next birthday. Trust your first thought or your feelings as to the specific meaning of this card for you, as it's a powerful message. And I love how the author, so that's Doreen Virtue, says, trust your first thought, right? There's messages that I could share with you, but if they're not resonating with you, trust your instinct, trust your thoughts, okay? Listen to your own messages here when I'm creating this inspiration. That's the intention behind using these cards here on this channel, and wanted to share that little extra piece there. So there we go, connect with nature and birthday. So I'm gonna put this off to the side. I love working with the fairies. They're so mischievous, and I'm stumbling over my words this morning, and sometimes that happens, and we'll just let it flow, right? Just let it flow. All right, so we have our amethyst. Love that amethyst. Brent gifted that to me at Christmas time. All right, so my new deck, which I'm super grateful of, we'll take a bit of a blow on it. A little wind power, and we'll shuffle up the card deck here. They've got a different texture to these cards, and there we go. Will they pop out? Will they know? Oh, I see someone popping out already. Ooh, moss. Moss, there we go. Adaptability, interesting. Moss. I was excited because I'm creating this new labyrinth with Brent out on our property, and that's what we want to do, is we want to invite in more moss into the garden that we want to create. So when it popped out, it's like, for us, that message is that reassurance that the decision we made is the right one. So even in that visual, okay. Adaptability. You can think of this plant as the amphibian of the vegetable world because they were among the first plants to emerge from the ocean onto the land. The origin of the moss dates back 450 million years ago. Wow, fun fact. That is so interesting. The current situation you're involved in is required to make several adaptations, including quickly adjusting plans, sometimes at the last moment. You find yourself frustrated and angry more than you like, and often lapse into feeling victimized by events and circumstances. Your emotions may spill over onto others, both random strangers as well as family and friends. You see the world all around you changing rapidly, and you find yourself clinging to familiar routines and ritualistic behaviors in an attempt to find a semblance of security and predictability. However, your efforts fall short of satisfying your need for safety. To adapt to these current changes more effectively, remind yourself to let go of expectations. Remember that most things in life are not catastrophic. We only think them so. Whatever is happening, this too shall pass. When there are moments of calmness, practice breathing slowly. Breathe into the count of 4. Hold it for 7. Exhale slowly to a count of 8. Hold for 4 and repeat. Doing this practice when you're calm will help you breathe more easily when plans go awry. And like the moss, drink lots of water! ! There we go. I find that when changes happen, we have this immediate maybe sense of insecurity or fear. And it happens to the best of us, right? And so when we have this fear surface, we're not quite sure, we might be irritable and, we might lash out irrationally. And so dropping in and taking those breathwork practices, and it could be a wide variety of breathwork practices, not just that one specifically, can help reduce that level of fear, or the lack of control, right? We want control in our lives, and it is important to take a step back and to reassure ourselves, this too shall pass. So thank you for this. Adaptability, very important. There we go. So I'm going to put this off to a side. Thank you. Gratitude also helps too when I'm feeling that fear or with that ego or that whatever negative thoughts or feelings that are kind of spinning and stuff. I find that sometimes breathing may work, may not work. And so that gratitude, what am I grateful for today? So, and it could just be one thing or it could be 3 things. I usually like to end the day with my gratitude, or just even in conversation, gratitude, just saying that word helps me continue on in that positive place so my thoughts don't surface or even fear or emotions, negative emotions surface. Offering pieces of gratitude. What am I grateful for today in this moment? I am grateful to be here with you. I'm grateful that the sun is finally out. So grateful for my candle, for that fire energy, and grateful right now I am taking that breath in on that sage smudge that I did just a few minutes ago. So grateful. So here's our crystal quartz here. Grateful for this stone. I'm going to put that off to a side here. On this side, Men of Magic. Okay, so this is this action that we're talking about. And I find it's important, that balance of that, divine feminine energy, the divine masculine energy. And let's take a look here. We're gonna take a breath, set the positive intention and that gratitude intention for our Men of Magic. I haven't touched this deck in a number of years, so I'm very excited to share with this deck with you, because this action inspired, there we go. Here, oh my goodness. Okay. I know you haven't seen it, but I'm super stoked to share with you. I did not a dry run, a practice run, or just when I was setting it up, this card popped out when I was shuffling before. And even shuffling now, it popped out again. So I'm receiving this message. I got it. I am expanding. What I love about this card here, I'm going to put this closer. Okay. So one, my friend Colette does all of the costumes, makes and creates all the costumes, or most of them, does the photography, and also writes out all of the messages. She's super talented, works at the Crystal Caves over in South River. So she's simply beautiful. But this standing in your power, notice the staff. And when we are strong right in our core, okay, physically and mentally, spiritually, when we take that stance, when we stand in our power, we can expand in that abundance of love energy. It's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful energy here. So this action of standing in my power, standing in my truth, standing in And I love how it's also, I don't know if you noticed or not, he's barefoot. This emphasis on grounding too, grounding and connecting with Mother Nature. That's a beautiful, beautiful picture here. So I am expanding. Regardless of how we resist, expansion happens as a spontaneous event throughout the whole of our lives due to the part of the natural evolution of soul. Growth must happen. We flesh ourselves out and flourish through self-exploration and self-conceptual awareness. Amplify and expand your story by leading from your heart space. And the master programming that is your subconscious will begin to adopt to a higher vibration of love. Oh, I love that. From the heart space, from the heart center. You know, when we eliminate those fears and that ego, we can operate from the heart center and just stand in our ego, or stand in our ego, stand in our power and gift that abundance of love energy, which is the basis of our full moon energy of transformation and our personal, I want to say, overcoming and being resilient and stepping into our true power, which is beautiful for setting this intention of our full moon energy right now. So there we go. So I want to say thank you so much for coming on today. We're going to be creating more content for you. I know we have been a little quiet lately, kind of working in the background, and we want to share with you more content, more videos. Stay tuned, but I wish you a wonderful, wonderful day. Sending much love from our Brent and Jen channel. Take care. Namaste.